Hey everyone, I just want to say happy birthday to everyone who's having a birthday during this quarantine. In this video, I'm going to go over what I think are the best quarantine birthday cakes. I really want to help you celebrate. The first thing you need for a quarantine birthday is soap to wash your hands. Everyone wash their hands. What? Washing your hands with your friends on a Zoom call? Oh, that's life. That's living.
Who would have thought that a giant soap cake would ever be a thing?
Yes, who would have thought? I never thought in all my years of cake decorating that I would cake a giant bar of soap and that you guys would love it so much. But that's how it worked out. Ooh, I love dolloping batter. I really love dolloping and marbling batter. I wanted to make like one of those old school soap bars that look kind of marbled, so I baked the cake to reflect that. Ooh, I'm also marbling my fondant, which is really, really fun. But the most important thing to remember when you're marbling fondant is you want to roll out, like I like to marble it, then cut it, and then roll out what was the inner part of the marble. Because sometimes from the outside, you don't get to see all the stripes it creates. And if you overmix, you kind of erase the marble. The hardest part of the soap cake was me trying to figure out how to make soap foam without putting soap on the cake. So I'm glad I thought about milk foam. I used my milk frother, just like you would make yourself a cappuccino, but I just frothed the milk and I dyed the milk slightly pink before I frothed it. And then I spooned that onto my cake. Have your soap and eat it too. So when the world was like, everyone wash your hands, I was like already washing my hands. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, you guys didn't, oh, you didn't know? Okay. Next up on the quarantine birthday cake list is my Funfetti Cake. I love this cake.
Me too.
I really love this cake. This cake to me screams birthday. The cake inside was funfetti. It had Rice Krispie treats discs on the inside that also had sprinkles. And it was like alternating layers of funfetti cake, Rice Krispie, and then different color buttercream. I want to know what your birthday's been like. Leave a comment below. Are you having a Zoom birthday? Has there been a birthday parade in your honor? Like, I want to hear all the creative ways that you're celebrating. And I also love that when I iced it, you could still see exposed Rice Krispie.
So, and the thing with this cake is like, you can make it smaller and just like...
Yeah. I mean, I always say that. I call them mega cakes because I always make them at a mega size. But if you made it half the size, it would still be delicious. Oh, and the sugared marshmallows. Oh, the sugared marshmallow. It's so fun. Like when I made that cake, my first thought in my head was, I wish I had this cake when I was a little girl. That was my first thought.
Oh, yo.
I know. You've got all kinds of texture and crunch in the cake, from the sprinkles in the cake to the Rice Krispies, and then you have the creamy, velvety Italian meringue buttercream, and then of course you have the sweet, sugary marshmallows. I mean, it is a win. Really hope you guys try and make this cake. It's so good, and it's so good to eat. The next cake on the quarantine birthday cake list is my chocolate peanut butter mega cake. Oh my, this cake was so good you can actually see me drooling in the video. It is, even when I look at it. And everybody was texting me, telling me they wanted it, like on the crew. Yeah, Connie won because she got it in first. Like I hadn't even removed the cake from the pan and I got a text from Connie. I want the chocolate peanut butter cake. Okay. This cake is so delicious because I mean, chocolate and peanut butter are like a match made in heaven. And in cake form with all different types of chocolate and peanut butter, it's chocolate cake, peanut butter blondies, okay, which is like a brownie but not brown. And this one infused with peanut butter and salted peanuts. And then on the inside, I have ganache and peanut butter frosting, which together tastes like a peanut butter cup. And then it was so good. It was so good. And I am gonna do a live tutorial with this cake. Well, I'm gonna make this cake and you guys can sign up and make it with me. Trust me, you wanna make this cake. My live tutorial on this chocolate peanut butter mega cake is May 27th. Check the link below. You will not regret it. Oh, there's gonna be some drooling. Come and see me live drool, everyone. We can drool together.
Like, the worst part is when I host these live streams with you, I'm just at home behind a screen with no cake, and I have to like watch the whole process. Like, it's awful.
True.
I'm calling dibs right now. I'm gonna come and get that cake.
Connie, she officially bet you. It's not even baked yet. It's not even baked, and she's claiming it. Oh, and then there's pretzels and peanut butter cups and caramel and gold. It's perfection. It's really perfect. I make a cake every week, even if it's not a birthday cake, so subscribe.
Okay, next one. Let's just move on and stop talking about that cake. It's so good.
Next up on the quarantine birthday cakes list is giant chocolate chip cookie cakes. And I love them because I think they're the perfect novelty cake to start with. The carving is not intense. It's not a lot of cake. I really, really think you can do it. And it's so yummy.
Yeah, it's a great beginner novelty cake, absolutely.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, cookies bake in all kinds of ways, so you can't get it wrong. It's vanilla cake, and I bake chocolate chips inside the vanilla cake, so it tastes like a chocolate chip cookie. The carving is really simple. You just want to create like little valleys and sort of make the edges a little bit thinner, like a cookie, and cut away all the caramelization. And then I ice the cake in a thin layer of ganache, so more chocolatey flavor. The other great thing is I use my favorite color, ivory, to color the fondant. And I intensify the color with cocoa. I paint the surface with cocoa powder. So it's really a lot of fun, and everything I use is tasty. And because the fondant can be rolled so thin so that you can create creases, and my favorite part is that Hershey Kisses look like giant chocolate chips.
I know, they're so cool. Looks amazing.
It's such a great cake, and you can personalize it. You can use, you know, colored chocolates or put big walnuts in it, whatever kind of cookie you like.